Diddy Combs, one of the most powerful figures in music and business, a man who shaped hip-hop culture and amassed billions, suddenly finds himself in a courtroom not just defending against allegations, but acting out scenes from his life in a style more reminiscent of a theatrical performance than a legal proceeding. Cameras roll, onlookers gasp, and the internet explodes. Meanwhile, Curtis "50 Cent" Jackson, known as much for his sharp wit as his music and business savvy, sits on the sidelines watching it all live on social media. Then, adding fuel to the fire, he drops a bombshell: private text messages from Diddy's camp, revealing raw, unfiltered insights into the mogul's personal and professional world. This isn't just celebrity gossip. It's a high-stakes drama that peels back layers on what fame, power, and media look like in the 21st century. And it raises a bigger question. What happens when the carefully controlled image of a celebrity shatters in public view? What does it mean for the individual beneath the spotlight, and how does it reflect the culture we all participate in? 2. Really understand the significance. It's important to recognize a little-known truth about fame. Research in social psychology and media studies suggests that the persona celebrities project can differ from their true selves by as much as 80 to 90%. This means that what we see on the red carpet, Instagram, or in music videos is often a highly curated version of reality, constructed with the help of PR teams, stylists, managers, and sometimes sheer willpower. The disparity between public image and private reality creates immense pressure. Imagine constantly having to perform, to maintain a flawless facade, knowing that any slip could unravel years of hard-earned success. That pressure cooker environment is exactly where Diddy's courtroom role-playing unfolds. Diddy's trial stemmed from a legal dispute with a former employee who alleges mistreatment and breach of contract. On its face, it might seem like a typical business lawsuit. But Diddy's approach to the deposition surprised everyone. Instead of sticking to dry, standard testimony, he used role-playing as a defense strategy. He mimicked conversations, acted out potential interactions with witnesses, and tried to illustrate his side of the story through dramatic reenactments. This tactic immediately polarized observers. Some legal analysts viewed it as a bold, creative way to connect with the jury and humanize himself, turning the courtroom into a kind of stage where Diddy controlled the narrative. Others warned that theatrics risk alienating the judge or making the defendant seem less credible. This public performance was a revealing glimpse into how Diddy navigates high-pressure situations. For a man whose entire career has been about branding, storytelling, and commanding attention, the courtroom became a new kind of platform to assert control. Yet, it also exposed vulnerabilities. The mix of confidence and anxiety, the effort to appear both relatable and dominant, all played out live in front of an audience far bigger than a typical trial would attract. The role-playing was as much psychological armor as legal strategy, a way to mask uncertainty and push back against accusations. Into this charged atmosphere stepped 50 Cent. Known not just for his chart-topping hits but for his social media savvy and often brutal honesty, 50 Cent seized the moment. His Instagram live sessions reacting to Diddy's courtroom performance became an event themselves, drawing thousands of viewers. His commentary was sharp, laced with humor and criticism. He poked fun at Diddy's theatrics, questioned the effectiveness of his strategy, and teased the explosive content of the text messages he claimed to have access to. Cent's involvement adds a fascinating dynamic. The two men share a layered history: collaborators, competitors, and occasional rivals in a fiercely competitive industry. This context gave 50's commentary an insider edge, making his live reactions not just entertainment, but a form of cultural critique. Moreover, it highlights how social media has transformed celebrity culture. Courtroom proceedings once confined to legal professionals and media reporters now unfold in real time, with public figures shaping the story directly through platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The public no longer passively consumes news. They engage, react, and sometimes even influence outcomes. Then came the leaked text messages, a revelation that added a new level of intrigue. These texts, supposedly from Diddy's phone, were unfiltered and candid, showing conversations about business decisions, personal frustrations, and commentary on other rappers and industry players. The content ranged from strategic maneuvering to moments of vulnerability rarely glimpsed before. Leaked texts have long been a staple of celebrity scandals. But these messages are especially telling because they illustrate the delicate balancing act Diddy must perform. Managing his empire, maintaining relationships, and protecting his reputation, under intense scrutiny. Such leaks are devastating because they erode trust within a celebrity's inner circle, and expose private strategies and feelings to public judgment. For Diddy, a man whose brand is built on control and image, this exposure is a significant blow. It also sparks important ethical questions about privacy and loyalty in a hyper-connected world, where a single screenshot can go viral instantly. What makes this saga so captivating isn't just the personalities involved, but what it reveals about fame itself. Despite all the glamour and money, celebrities face intense isolation. A study from the University of California showed that fame often correlates with increased feelings of loneliness and social disconnection. The public adoration can mask a deep sense of being misunderstood and cut off from authentic relationships. Diddy's dramatic courtroom performance and the leaked texts reflect the immense pressure to appear perfect while grappling with very human fears and frustrations behind the scenes. This story fits into a long tradition of celebrity trials that captivate the public and reveal the complex intersection of fame and justice. The O.J. Simpson trial in the 1990s, for example, blurred the lines between legal fact-finding and media spectacle, forever changing how celebrity cases are covered and perceived. More recent legal battles involving Britney Spears, Johnny Depp, and others have further highlighted how public opinion can become a parallel court of judgment, sometimes overshadowing the actual legal proceedings. In Diddy's case, the court of public opinion is especially fierce, fueled by social media's immediacy and the involvement of outspoken figures like 50 Cent. Media coverage of the trial has been a mixed bag. Many outlets focused on the sensational elements: Diddy's role-playing, the leaked texts, 50 Cent's viral live streams, often framing the story as scandalous entertainment. Yet, some journalists dug deeper, exploring the legal nuances and offering context about Diddy's career and personal challenges. This contrast raises important questions about how celebrity news is reported. Are we getting the full story, or just the headlines designed to attract clicks and eyeballs? The broader cultural implications of this saga are profound. It spotlights how modern celebrity culture operates under a relentless microscope. The lines between public and private lives are blurred beyond recognition, and every misstep can become a viral moment. Celebrities must constantly perform authenticity while managing complex personal and professional lives. The social media era means no moment is truly private, and the consequences can be swift and unforgiving. In the end, there's a surprising takeaway here: a call for empathy in the face of viral drama. Behind the leaked texts, courtroom theatrics, and social media jabs are real people wrestling with extraordinary pressures. Their struggles reflect universal human experiences: fear, vulnerability, ambition, and the desire for connection, even if those experiences play out on a much larger stage. Maybe stories like this can help us see past the glossy surface and recognize the messy, complicated humanity beneath. And maybe, just maybe, they remind us to be a little kinder, both to celebrities and to ourselves, in a world obsessed with perfection and spectacle. In a small village, a cat named Whiskers discovered a magic fish in a pond. The fish promised 3 wishes in exchange for its freedom. Whiskers wished for endless fish, a cozy bed, and a bell that rang softly. The fish granted all 3 wishes and swam away, leaving Whiskers content and purring in the sun.